Just a few days in office, President Trump has already changed many things that the world was used to. He has withdrawn the US from the Paris Agreement and suspended US foreign aid. The latest executive order he issued has sent shockwaves around the world. He has stopped funding for USAID programs. While most people have criticized Trump's move, there is one African leader in the Sahel region who actually supports it. In fact, he seems to applaud Trump's decision. This leader is President Traore of Burkina Faso. Traore believes that Trump's decision will help African nations become independent and self-reliant. That is why he has made big moves to increase rice production in Burkina Faso. In this video, we will look at the progress Burkina Faso has made in rice production, explain what USAID really does, and discuss what Traore thinks about Trump's decision. Let's get started. Under President Traore's orders, the governor of Haute Basin in Burkina Faso, Madame Mariana Kate, visited a wheat field in the basin farming area on January 31, 2025. The work being done there proves what Traore has been saying, that Burkina Faso and other African nations do not need financial aid from the US or anyone else. Right now, Burkina Faso is on the verge of making history with its wheat and rice fields, which could make the country self-sufficient in rice production. These crops are not just growing, they are thriving. This success is thanks to Traore's major investment in agriculture. When Traore first came into power, he strongly emphasized the need for food security in Burkina Faso. The country has fertile land for rice production, but for a long time it was one of the biggest importers of rice, even though rice is a staple food in the country. To Traore, importing rice when the country has the land to grow its own does not make sense. So, in 2024, he personally gave 20 optical sorters to rice mills across the country at the Regional Directorate of Agriculture in Haute Basin. These machines, worth 180 million CFA, were bought by the National Office of Major Projects to improve the quality of local rice. At the event, Traore said, "We are officially giving you these sorters for cooperatives and hardworking rice producers. We want our rice to be of high quality and free of impurities." Before we continue, please like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more updates like this. Boosting rice production. Dr. Abdulrahman Kedi, Special Advisor on Agriculture, called the new equipment game-changing for national rice production. Locally grown rice has struggled because sorting capacity was too low, making the final product less competitive. The 20 optical sorters are advanced machines with 64 million megapixel cameras capable of removing impurities and sorting rice grains. Some machines process 1.6 tons per hour, while others handle up to 6 tons per hour. Dr. Kedi also announced training programs to teach rice processors how to use the machines. Rice processor ACU Connect, the president of the Haute Basin Rice Innovation Platform, said, "With these advanced machines, we no longer have to envy imported rice. Now, our rice can compete." Results of Traore's investment. A year after Traore delivered the equipment, his efforts are paying off. The wheat and rice farm is 450 hectares, with 100 hectares dedicated to wheat. During her visit, the governor said, "I see wheat plants in great condition." This proves that farmers followed the agricultural experts' advice. She encouraged farmers to keep working hard toward food independence. A major breakthrough. One of the most exciting updates came from Lulanda Sahel, a wheat flour production plant. The company told the governor that they plan to buy all the wheat grown this season. This is huge because it means local factories will use locally grown wheat instead of importing it from other countries. Burkina Faso's agriculture boom. While there is still a lot to do, it is clear that Burkina Faso is moving toward food independence. Between 2022 and 2024, rice production increased from 280,000 metric tons to 326,000 metric tons. But it's not just rice and wheat, other crops are also booming. Tomato production grew from 315,000 metric tons in 2022 to 360,000 in 2024. Millet production increased from 907,000 metric tons in 2022 to 1.1 million in 2024. The agricultural sector now makes up 16.33% of Burkina Faso's GDP, which grew from $18.8 billion to $22.1 billion. All of this success is because of Traore's major investment in agriculture. Traore's mindset and self-reliance over foreign aid. Traore believes that African countries should be independent. He studied Burkina Faso's resources and chose to invest in them instead of asking wealthy nations for help. This is why Traore supports Trump's decision to cut USAID funding. What is USAID? From the start of his presidency, Trump wanted to reduce U.S. foreign spending as part of his America First policy. He posted last week, "USAID spending is totally unnecessary. Shut it down." The United States Agency for International Development, USAID, was created in the 1960s to provide aid worldwide. It has 10,000 employees and works in over 60 countries. USAID provides food aid to fight starvation, disease prevention programs, e.g., polio vaccinations, disaster relief. In 2023, the U.S. spent $68 billion on international aid, with $40 billion handled by USAID. But Trump and his supporters, like Elon Musk, believe USAID is wasteful. They claim U.S. tax money is spent on unnecessary projects like $1.5 million to an LGBTQ group in Serbia, $2.5 million for electric cars in Vietnam, $6 million for tourism in Egypt. Impact of aid suspension on Africa. Many experts warn that Trump's decision could hurt Africa, especially in healthcare. In South Africa, for example, HIV/AIDS clinics have shut down. Training programs have been cancelled. Trans health centers have closed. The bigger issue, Africa's dependence on Western aid. According to experts, Trump's decision is a wake-up call. Africa has the resources to be independent but relies too much on Western aid. If Africa wasn't dependent on US funding, Trump's actions wouldn't matter. Even though billions are sent to Africa every year, most Africans never see the benefits because of corrupt leaders who steal the money. The truth about aid in Africa. In 2014, Africa received $33.7 billion in aid. But $91.99 billion was taken out of Africa in debt payments, corporate profits, and illegal money transfers. This means that instead of the West helping Africa, Africa is helping the West.